All right. So, to the 21 and under crowd, I did not forget about you all. I want to send the deepest of insight to you all. You all definitely want to lock in tonight. All right, this one of them classes we really want to lock in. We don't want to be frying chicken and shit in the background while we listening to Rashad Jamal playing out loud. This one of them tap in. You want to look at the screen. You want to pay attention to everything I'm saying. All right. So look, we going right in. All right. So now that we all on the same page, we in here. I appreciate you all for coming in here tonight. Shout out to the university. We in here. All right. Peace to the ancestors. We got Ogun in here. Peace to the God. We got him in here. We got Oya right in here with us. Peace to the goddess. All right. We got her in here. All right. So cool. So we have something that they like to call on our planet that is known as blue black. Whenever you see a black person, that they like to call us, black people. Whenever you see somebody with this dark pigment, that they normally call that blue black. All right, now you'll notice a vast difference from African Americans in the Americas, and you go to Jamaica overseas, or you go to Africa. You'll notice that we have gods over here with dark pigmentations. Yes, we do. But you'll notice that over in Africa and overseas, you'll find even darker pigments. All right. The reason that is because Africa was attacked last. All right. So we were strong all over this planet. All right. Remember, this entire realm was Atlantis. So the entire realm of Atlantis, we were strong on this realm. All right. But our weak point. Hold on. Let me just give y'all a map. Let's pull up a map real quick just to get a visual going, all right? Because they told us history in reverse. History was told to us in reverse, all right? So the oppressor, when he taught us history, his version of the story, he had to hide everything from us, so he told it to us in reverse. We gonna straighten it out though, all right? So first off, let us look at this world map. Let us understand something right away, that this is not the way the map looks. Every single state and country on this map is literally bigger than the size they are showing you on this map, and it is shaped completely different. All right, let the record reflect that before we keep reading this map. So we're only using this as a class reference, but let me let you all know, class, gods and goddesses, you are the elite. All right, we remembering who we are. This map of our realm looks shit like this. All right, it does not look like this, but that's a whole nother lecture. Okay, we want to look at Africa, what they call in Africa. We want to look at what they call in the the Americas. Okay, so the Americas, a lot of people don't never consider Canada to be part of the Americas, but Canada is part of the Americas. So you got North America, which is all of Canada and the United States, President of the United States. You got Central America, which is all of Mexico. You see it? All of from Mexico down to right here, where they got Central America and Mexico connect. All of that will literally be Central America. And down here, this whole continent where you see Brazil and Chile and Peru, this whole continent, that's South America. So South America, Central America, North America, okay? Because they don't never really break it up like that. All right, so keep that in your mind. So this is the realm. We were everywhere, yes. As Atlanteans, Anunnaki gods, yes, we were everywhere on this realm. However, we did have weak points. All right, the resistance had weak points, okay? So when I say weak points, this doesn't mean that we were weak physically, but we might not have had as many pyramids set up, energetic pyramids, because everything was about communication or telecommunication, which the true form of telecommunication is telepathy. All right, when you think of telecommunication now, you think of people sitting in a building somewhere blowing people's phone up all day trying to make sales for the company. No, true telecommunication comes from telepathy. We will communicate telepathically. So that's why it was truly called telecommunication. But these oppressors stole everything from us and dumbed it down and, put his own wording on everything. Okay. But I want y'all to look at where Africa is. This was our weak point. Now they make you think, because history is told to us in reverse, right? They make us believe that Africa is where we all came from if you black. Where we all came from this one little landmass, and that this is a stronghold. When in reality, they always have taught us that Africa has all the different forms of weather. Africa is rich in resources. All right. They have always told you that Africa is the richest place in resources. But guess what? They are lying. The richest place in resources is North America. This is why when these Pleiadians and Draconians landed on our realm, when they entered our realm through portals in the Caucasus Mountains is over here in the Russia, Europe area. This is all the Caucasus region. This is the deadest part of the land on this planet. Nothing literally grows in this area. Okay, so this is really what they were showing you in Lion King when Mufasa was showing Simba all of Pride Rock, and he said everything the light touches is ours. Well, before these draconian reptilians and Pleiadians and human beings ever came to our planet, Europe was always the deadest part of this realm. All right, that doesn't mean that we didn't use it, but it was just a dead spot. Like, we really hadn't built nothing up yet. It was still being worked on. Remember, it was a great war that took place here with Zeus. So once that war took place, all type of projects that were being built kind of ceased to exist, because everything kind of went on hold once that war took place, and nothing was ever the same again. So we never finished building up Europe. It's still to this day, it's the deadest part of the land. Like, nothing literally grows in Europe, but they'll fool you into believing London and Italy and France and Germany, and they'll have you thinking that all these little countries are world powers. Like, even right now, or the Middle East, like, but to this day, nothing grows in this area. No natural good fruits, grains, vegetation, nuts. All right. Notice this is also the coldest part of the planet. Russia, Germany, all of this is cold as fuck, because this is the Caucasus region, which they have sealed up with ice nomads. All right. It's the hub for what they do. Their winter making technology is in Europe still to this day, because they come out the Caucasus. So they still protect that portal. That portal is still there in the Caucasus Mountains. Let us not forget. Okay, let's pull up the Caucasus real quick. Pull up the Caucasus. Oh no, we not fucking around tonight. We just some colored, so we just some cordial colored concerned citizens. For real. All right, let's go back to the Caucasus, y'all. Caucasus Mountains. All right. Let's look at a real live picture of the Caucasus. Let's go to Wikipedia. Okay, so y'all can see this for yourself, for those who never looked it up. Some should have. But this is the Caucasus Mountain area. Caucasus Mountains. They actually exist. This is why, let us not forget that this is why our ancestors, this is why we originally named them Caucasians or Caucasoids, because they entered our realm. Okay? They entered our realm. This is the entire realm. They entered it through portals in the Caucasus Mountains. The Caucasus Mountains are still here to this day. Okay. And nothing grows over there in the Caucasus. It's completely frozen. It's been frozen since they ass landed here, because that's where the portals that they entered through. So that's their headquarters. Look. Let's look at it. Caucasus Mountains. Look at this shit. Frozen. Y'all see this? This is where they come from. This is where they come from, y'all. This is where they come from. Look how dead this is. Nothing but portals under these. Remember, these was trees that they chopped down. All right? Before they chopped the trees down, there was giant trees here, but it was still a dead part of the land. This is the Caucasus Mountain area. All right? This is where they come from. So let us not forget that. So they come out the Caucasus. That's why this whole area is still cold as fuck to this day. Now, they have taught us that Africa is where all the resources is. In reality, all the resources is here. Why do you think they came and made the United States their headquarters? The United States is the world power, right? Yes, because this is their headquarters. All right, this is why Malcolm X said we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. He was literally talking about spaceships landing on us, on our realm. All right, so when they came here, all right, they knew that all the resources is actually over here in America. And Africa is actually Mexico. Mexico and Brazil, all this shit is actually Africa. But they got you thinking Africa is over here. The back of Africa starts with Arizona and it goes all the way down here. But they got you thinking Africa is over here. And that's why if you look at Africa, look at how Africa is shaped, and look at how South America is shaped. You could tell they shaped. Look at Africa's shape and South America's shape. They shaped them the same. But they exaggerated Africa's shape just a little more to try to throw us off from the fact that Africa is still connected to what we think. That's why they got an ancient map that shows you Morocco and Egypt and all these different countries and states. They get deep. That's a whole different lecture, though. That's a whole different lecture. Let us stay focused. All right? Hold on. All right? Let us stay focused. So, now, it's a reason why they speak on this pigmentation that she has. When you see somebody with this pigmentation, all right, these are beings that have not went through the genetic raping, all right, that other tribes went through. They didn't go through as much of that, all right? The avatars didn't. So when the soul and spirit re-enters these certain avatars, all right, you see a lot of these tribes mostly over in Africa, okay? You will see this dark, deep pigmentation, which is different than this. You see? This comes from raping. This, no raping. Raping, no raping. But even over here, I would be considered chocolate and dark. You get what I'm saying? But standing next to her, I would be like a red bone. Damn near. I'll be like a yellow bone, red bone, caramel, whatever all them crazy names y'all be throwing out there. Shit, y'all know what all the names y'all be coming up with. I don't fucking know. Mocha, whatever the fuck y'all be saying. Shit. Y'all know what I'm saying it. All right? But society has went out their way to make fun of this pigmentation, and we need to find out why. What's wrong with blue black? What's so wrong with this pigmentation? Why did they rape us to get us to this pigmentation and lighter, even lighter than mine? You know, it's people way lighter than me. We know that. I'm just saying. All right. Why? What's wrong with blue black? Why don't they like this color so much? Why? She was, what she say she was? Model was teased for her dark skin when she was younger. This is pure beauty though. But she was teased for that. But she has super high levels, all right, of carbon. Remember, when you're talking about the avatar, you're talking about carbon. All right. Remember, the spirit and soul is God. That's the God in you that even created the carbonated body, the crystallized body. We are dark matter energy beings. So when one has this deep dark color, that means you have more neuromelanin in you. Neuromelanin means you have higher dark matter energy levels naturally just because of how dark the avatar is. So that means she is naturally faster, stronger, a little more acute to things than we are just because her avatar hasn't been as tainted. That's just on the outside. We're just dealing with the outside right now, y'all. We ain't talking about the inside because the outside and the inside matters. The inside is the soul and the spirit. Spirit is what? Electricity. The soul is what? Magnetism, life force. All right? Keep that in mind. We're going to find out why that's so important. Now, on the outside, you have an avatar. You have skin. The skin is made of what? Carbon. All right? Carbon is what? The basis on which all life forms. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up real quick, y'all. Carbon, we talking about the outside. We're talking about the skin right now. So we talk about what gives the pigmentation this deep, rich blackness. Or this ain't even black. This is carbon. This is dark matter energy. Because we have never been black. But what gives the skin this deep, rich, carbonated reflection like this? I mean, what gives the skin this deep, rich pigmentation like this? It's carbon. Now, what is carbon? Let's look it up. Let's go to Google real quick. Let's go back to the basics. So that we don't forget, let's go back over it. What is carbon? Pay attention, class. We getting deeper. What is carbon? What is carbon now? Hold on. It says carbon is a chemical element. All right. So like I told y'all, we was going to be talking about molecular biology, quantum physics, chemistry, metaphysics today in today's class. All right. So when you talk about carbon, you're talking about chemistry here. Carbon is a chemical element like hydrogen. Let's X out oxygen because that's bad. We already know oxygen is bad. That's the shit that they spray in the air. We're not supposed to breathe oxygen. We originally breathe hydrogen. All right. But let's stay focused. Carbon is a chemical element like hydrogen, lead, or any of the others in the periodic table. Carbon is a very abundant element. It exists in pure or nearly pure forms such as diamonds and graphite, but also can combine with other elements to form molecules. Okay. But not only that, carbon, I'm going to put it in myself. Carbon is the basis. I like to use the scientific word, the basis from which all life is formed. Let me pull it up. Building block of life. Let's click on that. Maybe to show you. Boom. Carbon is the universal building block of life for life as we know it. All right. So all material, all this whole material environment, look at all this around, y'all. Look at my house. All this little carbon is the basis for all of that. Not atoms. You would think it's atoms. We're going to get into atoms, but carbon is the basis for all of that. Carbon is the universal building block for life as we know it. Its ability to form complex, stable molecules with itself and other elements. This how intelligent carbon is, that it can form molecules it creates on its own. This is what we are filled with. This is what makes you God. All right? This is carbon. This is carbon. And the more of this you have, the more carbon you have, the darker the pigmentation. So this is where that old saying came from: the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't no freaky shit. It was talking about the atomic level of you, molecule, the molecular level of us, our DEA. This doesn't mean you're weaker than somebody, no, but your physical avatar, it affects your physical avatar. All right? So the reason we appear these deep, rich colors is because we have carbon. And this is the basis from which all life is formed. Okay? It's the building block for life. That's all you need to remember. And you are full of it. You are a carbonated being. And the more carbon you have, the deeper it's going to show, the darker the pigmentation. And this is why they fear you, the darker you are. This is why they always try to this is why they put the dark slave against the light-skinned slave, because even if you are light, you are still full of carbon. It's just people that are darker have more carbon. That's it. If you black, you full of carbon regardless. You're a carbonated being. You're black, or what they call Latino. All my Latino brothers and sisters. This is why I keep